Hey everyone, it's Dreamseer 444, and I am doing a collective message to see what's going on in the collective's energy. And it looks like some of you need to refocus yourselves. It looks like you're in this Nine of Pentacles where a lot of you are single. You are doing what you need to do for yourself, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is someone being self-reliant, self-sufficient. It can even indicate being, hyper independent, but it also indicates that you are at a place where you are thriving. There's something that you're thriving at. There's something that you're doing very well at. Your money could be increasing here. Something that you've been, moving money around, investing money, putting time and effort into something and watching it grow, which is great. And then the Magician comes out. It just shows how you are really, becoming more resourceful. Things that are at your hand, like you are, the things that you need, you're getting the information to be able to manifest what you want. You making things happen, basically. This Magician did come kind of slanted, and it concerned me because the Ace of Swords came out in the reverse. So be careful about any misinformation. Be careful about losing focus because of maybe a concern with your money, or maybe not trusting something. I don't know if it's an issue with trust, because it could be Ace of Swords in the reverse, could be someone lying, someone giving you wrong information, or you looking at a situation the wrong way. It's also making me feel like this is you may be feeling like you have to surrender something. You may have to let something go because something here isn't exactly what you needed or what you thought it was going to be. What's this Five of Swords? Someone could be having some issues with money. Somebody could be moving out of a place because maybe there was some type of lies about the lease, the property, the way something was supposed to be handled. You got the Knight of Cups, Five of Wands. There's definitely some conflict around whatever the situation is. It's like being single, self-sufficient. I can't talk. Doing things on your own. You need the resources and you need the right resources because you're doing this by yourself. So it's almost like you don't have time to have to start all over again because it can cost you here. So you want to be careful about whatever decisions that you make. And, when it comes to bringing people on board, on your team, whether it's a business or a relationship or something, I feel like you want to be careful that you're not dealing with people who you have to put their, check these egos, because it seems like they could want to try to be combative towards you, towards the vision that you have. I mean, this could be family. You could have family members that are combative. You could have friends that are combative, co-workers that are a bit combative to what it is that you're trying to do, making it more challenging. Maybe somebody lied, or someone is trying to do something to throw you off focus. So whatever this is, you want to make sure that you don't lose sight of what's important. Make sure that you understand everything clear, so that there's no misunderstanding here. Some of you could be recovering from a sickness, or you've been pushing through something for quite a while. Like you've been fighting through. Maybe this is you starting all over, bouncing back from a situation where you felt defeated here. And it may have taken a while for resources to come through like you needed. But I feel like it's coming. Oh, what are those two cards? Hold on, guys. It looks like the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like someone doesn't want you to get this, though. What is this? Oh no, it's the Queen of Cups with the, yeah, the Ace of Coins, Queen of Cups. So I feel like what you don't see is new financial opportunities that are coming in for you. You are manifesting wealth and stability. You are manifesting that. You're also manifesting partnership here with this Queen of Cups energy. This is someone who is loving, caring, nurturing. This is someone who is an empath, very intuitive, someone who's emotionally balanced here. So I would say if you, whatever this is that you could be working on, you have to release the people who are aggressive, the people who are like kicking against the vision that you have. Yeah, for some of you, you know, it's time to go within in solitude and really come up with a solid plan, because something may not, there's something you may not fully understand about how to do something. This is like getting educated, schooled, maybe getting someone who's a little bit more experienced. There's the King of Cups. Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the King of Cups. This is, you know, like something that you may be looking at and not getting like a second pair of eyes could be really helpful. With the Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the King of Cups, this could be like some type of partnership where, you know, someone comes on board and helps with this opportunity, this financial growth here. Because someone starts off in the Nine of Coins single and they're trying to manifest, but like I said, the Magician was coming out a bit slanted, so it's like someone's having trouble manifesting something because they don't see something clearly, or they could have made some wrong decisions and it could have led to having to let something go, maybe move, relocate, or, you know, taking a harsh financial loss, maybe even partnerships dissolving here. But I see something else coming on board to kind of help someone who, to push through a very challenging time. So someone has to be willing to accept that help here. Yeah, 4 of Coins. Yeah, this is about someone's security. Someone here trying to hold on to something, you know, and maybe hold on to it, not wanting to really ask for help. Because like I said, with that 9 of Coins, it could be someone who's very self-sufficient, hyper-independent. But I feel like there's some help coming in to someone who has been really like focused on these losses or this a very challenging time in their life, like really struggling to push through some things. Some help is coming. Be willing to take the advice of an older person. Yeah, look, the Queen of Coins here is an older like woman, an older mother figure here. 2 of Coins in the reverse to help to put some things back into balance, because somebody is overwhelmed. Somebody feels like they're being spread too thin and they need some help. It's like someone here, there's like an older feminine here, or somebody may not be older in age. It could be someone could just be a wiser person who has experienced life. She's looking at this woman who's carrying the bags and she's like holding this child. So this could be like a grandmother, grandfather, or just someone here who's experienced life, who knows what it's like to be young, who knows what it's like to make mistakes. It's like someone needs the guidance and a second pair of eyes when it comes to some type of plan that they're working on, because somebody is kind of like hit and miss, and then there's conflict around whatever someone is trying to do, because there are people that are like half-heartedly invested or half-heartedly working. So you could be a business owner and it's like you're having a hard time because people, you don't want to close the doors, death in the reverse. You don't want to, you know, ultimately give up, but something has been very challenging for you to keep going. For some of you, this could be your job. So please be careful. If you work for a company, you know, there may be a need for a new vision, a new plan, and maybe someone here is trying to figure out how to keep the doors open here. But somebody's going through some type of financial hardship or just a very difficult time in their life, and they need someone to really coast them along, to guide them. Let's get some messages from the sassy vibe here. Hold on. I forgive those who hurt me. What's the message here? I love myself enough to walk away. My finances are strong and many streams of income will continue to flow. So definitely, I feel like somebody is working on their finances, and you could be working on many streams of income. I feel like a second pair of eyes or advice or some type of maybe marketing team. You need a little bit more of something to push you towards whatever this goal is. But death in the reverse is like someone may be resistant to change, may be resistant to really asking for help, but somebody is overwhelmed. And so I feel like with the Queen of Coins, this could be an investor. This could be someone who who is very successful at something. They've already established themselves. They've already established themselves in something. So I feel like, you know, getting the advice of someone who knows the business, who knows what needs to be done so that you'll be able to see something better. Maybe someone just doesn't see what their next move needs to be. Maybe someone needs to write the vision, you know, make it plain, run it by some other people to, you know, see what they say. Can I get something here from this deck here for the collective? And for some of you, you may be having to walk away from a situation, and it may require you to start over. You may be unsure about what the next move is, but it looks like you surrendering to divine timing is going to help you manifest a goal. It says sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So like I said, there's something about a conflict of egos, a clash of egos, fights, and people not being on the same page with one another when it comes to some type of project, some type of goal. So you don't want to jump out there too quick because you feel like something's not happening the way you want. You want to make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's. Seek some type of advice from someone who may be able to help you. If it's dealing with a relationship, well, it doesn't feel like it. But if it's dealing with a relationship, this is a need to maybe seek some type of counsel. You know, it's very challenging. It's hard getting into relationships when there are other issues going on in your life individually. It's like, say, for example, with this Nine of Coins, this is someone who is self-sufficient. They're so used to doing things on their own, maybe going through a hard time, could be meeting someone new with the Knight of Cups, but someone could come off a bit guarded because someone may be resistant to change. Someone may have a hard time really accepting a partnership, accepting help from someone. Someone needs to let go of that pride and ego and accept the security that someone may be wanting to offer them. Because someone's sitting here in the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Four of Coins, Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Magician kind of slanted, and the Five of Swords. So it's kind of like someone needs some help and someone needs to be open to accepting. And I feel like someone's going to come in and offer it, whether it's a business deal, you know, someone with offering some type of advice. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. So surrender to the magic of who you are. No matter what you are going through, you are still a very powerful, magical being that has so much to offer to the world. Okay? You're not going down. You're not going under. But it does feel like there are some shifts and changes that are going on in your life that are requiring you to be more open to different ideas and different ways of doing things. And so I feel like someone's going to have some help doing that if they're willing, because it looks like there's like a older or a wiser, more experienced person who can come in and help someone and relieve them of some financial stress by either helping them financially or giving them a different way of looking at a situation. Okay, so be open to that. Whoever this is that I'm talking to, this feels like a very specific message to someone who may have had to walk away from some type of deal, from something here where it seems like you're being forced to move in a different direction. Especially if you're working for a company and they're barely keeping the doors open and this is going to affect your finances. It may be time to look at some different opportunities, okay? All right, that's what I have for you guys. If this resonates, please let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one.